to Whiskey Studios, high atop Barley's Tap Room on Washington Street in downtown Greenville, South Carolina. I'm Russ Heaps, and welcome to Beer to Whiskey. This is one of our Big John and Five episodes where I get my good buddy here, Big John Richards, to pick a beer, and we sniff it, we sip it, we kibitz about it. We learn a little bit about the brewery, and sometimes we even talk a little bit about brewing. And we do get to drink a lot of beer too, so that's a good thing. With all of that said, John,
It's a good start to the day.
there you go. I think
Nice.
so. What are we doing here?
So we have a beer from Highwire Brewing called Bed of Nails, which I was really pleased to find here. Is I think last time, one of the most recent ones we did one of the Highwire 10W30
Yes, we did.
or whatever they are.
Yep.
And Josh and I talked about how much we both like this this brown color attention, and it is really a fun brown. It's a little bigger than average for a brown ale. It's a 6.1%. A lot of browns clock in the 4.2, 4.5 range.
Right.
But they've Americanized this a little bit as we tend to do, and so this guy's it's got a mix of American hops and English hops. It's a ale fermented. It's a clean 6%. It's really smooth, but it carries a little like figs and raisins fruitiness to it from the higher fermentation. And that's typical of English, because a lot of the English ales, because of the aggressive fermentation, carry a lot of those fruity fermentation flavors. A lot of it's plums and figs and
Right.
raisins and that kind of thing. So even the 3% and 2%, ordinary and mild beers that are those British bitters, a lot of them still have that fruity characteristic to it. That's just a little bit of fruity sweetness on it, which is very pleasant. So it's neat with this because you get that toffee kind of caramelized sugar front end, and then you get those like figs and plums on the finish of it too. But then it dries roasty. It's a little bit of bite on the finish from the hops. It's a really well put together beer.
Excellent.
I'm glad to be able to share it with the folks at home.
If only you could have one.
Right? Well, some of you can.
Yeah, some of you can.
Most of the folks in the southeast now can get this thing. I think they're in several of the states around here now with the bigger facilities. So
Excellent.
let's taste this thing, because I'm thirsty.
Me too. It's been a long morning. In fact, we're into the afternoon. It's been so long.
Yeah, you smell the sort of figs.
Yeah, it's a bigger nose than you usually get off a brown.
Yeah. It's still such a clean beer. I mean, Russ took a sip.
He took a guzzle.
Well, that's what you do with a brown ale. That's what it's for.
We ran into a little hiccup setting up today. I ran into a little hiccup. John is completely innocent in this. But
Oh.
anyway, we had the beer poured, so it's been sitting here for 15 or 20 minutes.
15 minutes,
probably.
yeah, it's warmed up to right where it's supposed to be, probably.
Yeah, and the in the minus column was that we lost all the head, but in the plus column it's a little closer to room temperature, so we should be getting more flavor out of it.
Oh yeah,
More
yeah.
flavor.
You're really gonna pull a lot more of the sweetness and the toffee out of this thing than it would have if it were really cold. You can see the lacing there too.
Yeah.
How beautiful that is. And
It's gorgeous.
looking at the beer from where we were, I mean, it had the perfect little fluffy head on top of it when we first brought it up here. But that's hardly ever. It's real hard to get that on camera because it's ephemeral.
Ephemeral.
Well, what else you want to know?
Highwire is where?
Highwire's out of Asheville, and they're, I don't know, I'm gonna guess, I actually looked this up, but I can't remember. I think they're 6 years old. But a couple years ago, they opened up a bigger production facility so they could distribute out farther, and so their downtown South Slope location is their pilot brewery, an experimental brewery, and it's the pub that we're talking about
Right.
that has the, it's this cute little tiny garage of a space, and as far as I know, it still has a Super Nintendo in one corner where you play Mario Kart with your friends, which is a drama in and of itself.
Yeah, sure.
Yep. So you go hit them, and they've got their core lineup, which they will tell you straight up they brew these very accessible, very easy, very typically sessionable beers. Even though at 6%, it's going to get you where you're going. But then the South Slope Brewery itself has all the experimental beers where they wrote a bunch of wood-aged sours and some different fun pilot things, just experimental ingredients and stuff. And so that's the place. I mean, you can go visit both, obviously, but
Right.
and the production facility has probably a bigger bar in it. But the little guy downtown's the OG.
Is the one.
Right.
The one.
Yeah.
In tasting this, I do get the toffee. I'm not so much getting the fruit part out of it.
It's not, and I'm surprised that I'm getting as little of it as I am. I smell more of it than I'm tasting, and it may be because it's warmed up. Like I said, as it warms, it's going to sweeten up, and it's going to give you more of those toffee and caramelized flavors. The bread's going to open up on it.
Yeah, the bread and toffee is what I'm
Yep.
getting.
And that's, like I said, highly indicative. And then there's that sweetness of the fruit in the nose, and I get some of it on the palate, but it's not like I'm drinking a Belgian double, where
Right,
it's
right.
covered up in
Yeah,
figs.
that's what it all is. Yeah. I like it.
It's that beer. This thing is the beer that caught a lot of our attention when they first opened up. It was like, wow, somebody's actually brewing a pretty spectacular brown ale. And look, it's clear.
I know.
You can see through it.
It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
They're so pretty when they're clear.
Yeah. Well, you get a little chip on your shoulder when this clear thing
I'm
comes
getting
in.
tired of it.
Man, oh man. Well, before we wind up off on a rant about
Yes.
hazy beers, which have nothing to do with this,
Right.
uh,
I'm just gonna keep harping on it until they stop.
the only one that hears this crap is me. But with that, let's
Here's to it.
see if you can find one of these.
Find
in
some
your
high
area.
wire. Yeah.
See you next time.